right, welcome to Enterprise Vibe Code. We are back. Last night we were working on Roxis, my basically GitHub Git commits to right now for the MVP version, Instagram thread app. So we kind of automatically will generate the thread, like generate content from code. Roxis content as code, I guess, is the title you could say. So yeah, let's take a look. Refresh the chat. Sweet. All right, let's hang out for a second. Wait till people get in. Drinking Kirkland cold brew. All right, we got some people in the chat. What's up, guys? Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you're at. Where are you guys from? Oh, people left. Oh well. Let's see. Cool. Anyways, let's just get started. I've got a new doohickey up here that like shows you my commands. So you see like in the middle of the screen, you see kind of what keyboard commands I'm doing. Kind of helps with Gas Town a little bit. And I'm just kind of flipping back and forth. This is just my tab shortcuts. Okay, let's do working in the refinery because we want to please merge this into the combined branch. Yeah, maybe we, because, let's see. Yeah. This response, combine. Okay. Okay, please close the PR then. I have a bunch of Claude instances up from all the polecats. Let's just do, there's nothing going on. Okay. GT down, have it kill all these different we've got all these different Claude instances running, and it was eating up my memory. Hopefully now we stopped everything. Still have a bunch of Claude and Node instances. What the hell is Gas Town? It's Steve Yeagy's creation. It's TLDR. It's, oh wait, why can't you see? Why can't you see the? Huh? It's not updated. All right, 1 second. Let me fix the Chrome tab. Chrome, okay, cool. Gas Town, TLDR, it's Claude managing many instances of Claude, and it's just kind of a Kubernetes for Claude, a way to schedule work to different Claude instances. If that makes any sense. It has a bunch of wacky names. Let me play the lo-fi background music. We're improving the quality of the stream every time, people. So yeah, let's see. All right, memory pressure is much better. Still have a bunch of like Node, Claude. Yeah, I've used Kubernetes. Sounds cool. Yeah. So the idea behind it is, we're spinning up a bunch of different Claude instances, and we're scheduling work on those Claude instances with beads. Not sure. Have you heard of beads? The issue tracking for agents. Let's see. Let me just open up a regular Claude here. There's a bunch of orphan Claude processes and Node processes. Please investigate and potentially kill them. What are the specs of the machine? I am on. I can't show you because it's like it's not. I have it set up for OBS to only show like these particular windows, but MacBook Pro, November 2024, M4 Pro, 48 gigs memory. It's pretty dialed. Like it's a relatively new machine, and it's I have to. Like Gas Town spins up, I guess, a bunch of like demons. But yeah, it's using like 82 Claude processes that just make it freaking crawl. So yeah, let's see. All right, yeah, that's much better memory usage. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm seeing memory drop off now. Now that I'm killing all these like extra processes. But yeah, running like a bunch of Claudes like is not for the faint of heart. Like you need a pretty decent system. Okay. Cool. Great. Looks like it. Yeah, we are sitting much better on memory. We were like maxing out on memory. Now we're at much better. 17 out of 48 gigs. We were at like 40 out of 48 gigs. So yeah, crazy. Okay, now that we kind of clean things up, now we can do Gas Town. Where is it? Or actually, let's update Gas Town. So I haven't used, I didn't update to the latest version last night. So let me do Claude. Do like a regular Claude, and then tell Claude to pull from main, pull latest Gas Town from main, and build and install it in the regular GT spot. So Claude is memory leak. I saw. No, it's not a memory leak. It's Gas Town. So it's Gas Town spins up Claudes and sends them to the background. And when I did like that Gas Town shutdown, it didn't kill all the extra Claude instances. So I think it's a Gas Town thing. That makes sense. Yep. Have you used Gas Town? Sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Off Powier. Not yet. Okay, cool. Nice. Alright, so we just installed from main, the latest version of Gas Town. Or actually, oh, I might be, let's see. I might need to sync my fork. That might be the issue here. I always forget, like, since I'm a contributor, I have to, like, where's my fork? Gas Town. Yeah, it's super exciting. I got it cranking last night, and last night we made 56 commits. Tane VW and Steve's latest blog in his third and latest chapter. Oh yeah, Gas, right? Yeah, the Gas City or something like that. Yeah, sounds dope. But yeah, last night we made 56 commits. So like across whatever, all these different polecats implementing my GitHub to Instagram Threads poster. So the idea behind this project is that we're gonna be vibe coding a bunch. People are gonna be like committing a bunch of code, and we need to we're gonna be building stuff, and we need to start marketing it just right away. What's the use of building something if nobody knows about it, right? So the cost of code is going to zero. We need to then get distribution. We need to tell people about it. So an easy way to do that is to kind of post updates on our various projects. So that's kind of where this Roxis thing comes in. Code review with GPT 5.2 low reasoning is better than Opus 5.4. Yeah, no, I think so. Who's gonna call it? Shoot, the Ralph Wiggum guy. I know that's not his name. It's his method. Ralph Wiggum, AI guy. Jeffrey Huntley. Jeffrey Huntley. He's got a good YouTube channel. Where the fuck is... Yeah, here. Yeah, Jeffrey Huntley, great YouTube channel. He's got a criminally low number of subscribers, because he is the guy. When I Google your use case on Kagi, what's Kagi? Yeah, Maz. I've never heard Kagi before. That's cool. But anyways, yeah, Jeffrey Huntley, he's a wizard. He's peers with Steve Yegi. They are peers. They talk to each other, and they're collaborating now on trying to combine Gas Town and the Ralph Wiggum loop, because I'm just regurgitating what Steve Yegi writes about in his blog post, but basically Gas Town is an orchestrator, like an ant colony. Oh, okay, it's just your search engine. Oh, okay, gotcha. Cool, sweet, thank you. Gas Town's like an ant colony, so he's orchestrating a bunch of ants to solve problems, right? But they're kind of dumb ants. The Ralph Wiggum loop is creates a super worker ant. So if they can kind of combine these together, have a colony of super worker ants, it would potentially be really good. So I feel like they are we're on the precipice of something really dope. So Oh shit, yeah. Sync fork. Why do I have 74 commits ahead of? Like, why do I have... Yeah, just sync fork. Discard. Sweet. Branch update. Alright, now I gotta run that again. While we're waiting for that, please thumbs up this video. Really appreciate it. Really boosts it. Really helps out kind of pushing this out to more people. And subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying to do these kind of like Monday, Wednesday mornings, and then Tuesday, Thursday evenings. And then Friday, like sometimes Friday mornings. I don't know. Like usually Tuesday, Thursday mornings I train jiu-jitsu. Like I coach jiu-jitsu, so I'm kind of locked in there. Like don't want to miss that. But yeah, on those Tuesday, Thursdays I try to do it like PST. I'm PST time. So yeah, Tuesday, Thursday evenings, and then Monday, Wednesday mornings. I updated the fork. Is that correct? Okay, already at latest A8. Okay, so it pulled from... Okay, so it did pull from the main. Okay, cool. Sweet. What? And you even have a job, right? You only work on... Oh, no. So I do... Like these are my off hours, right? So I have a real job 9 to 5, and then yeah, I'm kind of doing mornings and evenings streaming because I don't know. I feel like I want to put as much content out there. There's dudes who are like, oh, I'm gonna vibe code to like make $1 million or whatever. It's like, well, like let's focus on getting good at vibe coding first. like let's focus on the skill and like the technologies around it, and then maybe we'll talk about making money. But I kind of want to focus on the technical aspects and just kind of show my work, and kind of show like the concepts that I'm working on, and kind of just demonstrate it with live streaming. So one of them is crazy cooked. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, if you guys are on this algorithm, I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. These guys. I can't say who is or is on whatever. Yeah, is it just 3? Like, there's 2 main ones. Is there more? I haven't seen any others. But I'm also trying to like stay in my lane. I'm just trying to like focus on what I'm doing. But yeah, I feel like I don't want to like be the third guy saying, "Oh, I'm gonna make $1 million live streaming vibe coding or whatever." It's like, no, like, let's just focus on like doing cool stuff. Okay. So it sounds like we have the latest Gas Town here. It's okay, but watching isn't that great. You've got more of an educational thing going. Yeah, gotcha. Cool, thank you. Yeah. So okay, so I haven't really watched their live streams, so I don't know what they do. So if it's, if they don't talk as much, then yeah, that makes sense. If because I like stop and talk with you guys and whatever. I'm here to learn just as much as you guys. You guys throw in all these different frameworks and tools and kind of expands my horizons, because I'm of the opinion that I want to keep with one tool set, like have a daily driver, tools, and kind of improve my skills with this one set of tools. But yeah, I need to experiment every so often. So Gemini 3 Flash on research has much better than Opus 4.5 is best for plan mode. I think there are, different use cases for the different models. I do like using them all different together. I like the review, like having Claude kind of be the main daily driver through my whole process, and then have Codex and Gemini review my plan on the front end, and then review my code on the other end. So I think it's like we want to keep like with the implementation part with just Claude, but the reviewing part, I think the different models see things differently. You get different perspectives. So GT attach or mayor attach. Okay, so yeah, you guys see that. Okay, cool, because you see that command B thing in the middle there, so you can see my key commands. Somebody was complaining, or not complaining, but like wanting to see my different like tmux commands, and it's just command B and then S. So doing a public display growth mindset is a win-win learning opportunity for all. Oh yeah, totally. But yeah, I'm nobody's an expert besides the guys I talked about, like Steve Yegi and Jeffrey Huntley. Like those guys are experts. And then I'm just like, I don't know, just putting this out there, and I'm just trying to make as much of me doing the thing, like recording it. Like that's my contribution. Like those top like guys who are on the super cutting edge, Steve Yegi, Jeffrey Huntley, a handful of other guys who are like making the tools. They're like heads down, just vibe coding the entire day. Versus like I want to kind of communicate this, and you can only, I don't know, like you can only really focus on one or the other. Like, who's the other guy? Oh, yeah, Gene Kim. So Gene Kim wrote this book with Steve Yegi, and this really, like, knowing that Gene Kim wrote this book, like even before it came out, when I first heard about it, I was like, oh, I need to take this really seriously, because Gene Kim's a super serious guy, big DevOps guy. He wrote this Accelerate book. Dora Metrics is super big in the DevOps community. So I'm like very, I'm a DevOps guy. So like when the DevOps like wizard, kind of like writes a book about vibe coding. He's written a bunch of different DevOps books with like super held in high regard. Phoenix Project is like the big one that everyone knows. I think that's what made me take it super seriously. And I've been kind of like, on this like journey ever since of like, not streaming, but like vibe coding. And then only like at the beginning of December, started like working on kind of this YouTube channel, and we're working on this idea of enterprise vibe coding, of like, hey, we can like vibe code in a structured way that produces good outputs. So, yep. So yeah, like I'm just trying to communicate and be the guy on YouTube to like, I don't know, help communicate and educate around this stuff. My workflow is Opus for plan, and then move this to Codex, execute this plan for me. Oh, okay, gotcha. Cool. Yeah, I mean, whatever you do, just be consistent about it. Like, I think people just tool hop for the sake of tool hopping. But if you find a workflow that works for you, great. Like, that's like, I think everybody's going to have everybody has different like terminal preferences. Everybody has different bash ZSH like preferences. Everybody has things that are tuned to them. So I don't think there's going to be like one solution to rule them all or anything. But I think the general workflow of like people have like explore or like spec, like if we think about it as like the general software engineering process, like design, plan, execute, review. If we think about it in that like general process, if we can just kind of ramp up the AI at the right parts, we can make things much more effective. So like at the planning, the design and planning phase, we can like have agents like review a bunch, and then at the review phase, we can kind of again hit it with a bunch of agents and make it really good. So okay, so let's do. We're in the mayor. Next gen Claude is going to be crazy with all this gas town drain data we're supplying with. Yeah, that's the thing that Steve was talking about is like now beads and hopefully gas town is in the training data for Claude. So the next model will actually have it, and it'll be able to use all these things much more effectively. Okay, please look at the remaining work for Roxis beads. All right, everybody just joining, please like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. It just helps out the channel. Let's see, let's check out the poll. Have you used Gas Town? It's about, all right, 44% yes, 56% no. It's cool. Check out my, let me just add this comment. Oh, I can't add the first comment. Okay. But anyways, just while we're waiting for this to run, I write about this stuff. I write a weekly newsletter. This is my latest article, second and third order effects of vibe coding. I write it every Friday and I try to post it on the weekend sometime. Oh, I'm freezing up. Okay. Sonnet 4.7 coming soon. Yeah, I mean, I think. Let's see. I don't know. I've just been using like the latest. I don't know. I don't like change between models too much. Like I just use Claude Opus, and maybe I'm not vibe coding enough to like really care about usage because I don't know. I'm just running the $200 a month plan and I don't like use it all. Like I'm currently at 18% usage. But when I really get cranking, like we last night we got up to like 70 something % usage for the current session. But yeah, I don't vibe code enough to like hit the weekly limit like consistently, but hopefully, I don't know, because most of my live streams are just like me yapping and I need to like actually get some work done during like actually work on my project and focus a little bit more. All right, let's see. Closed, open, Remaining work. Okay, cool. Fry industry process. Legacy warning. Please spin up the Roxis refinery. But anyways, yeah, I write this newsletter every Friday. Kind of summarizes my thoughts about like what I talk about on live stream. Kind of goes deeper, crystallizes things. This one is about kind of what are the effects of cost of code going to zero? Like what can we kind of expect with that, right? And that $200 a month. If you're an employed software developer and you don't have any financial hardship or whatever, like it's not that bad. Like for the tool of the century, it's probably a good investment in yourself for your like continued education to like use like a $200 a month Claude code all the time, and you don't have to hit the limits if you don't want to. And just kind of like everyone's creating the same apps is like for me, even Roxis, like there's a dude build in public. There's a dude who did it already. Like we just got vibe coding and we all kind of like spawned in this kind of like forest of like low hanging fruit. I use Claude Code 20x plan because of Opus. Yeah, for sure. Like that. Yeah, I just want to have the nice things. Like I want it to be worth, like if I'm gonna do extra work outside of work, I want to use the best things, right? So like there's a dude who like did the Roxis idea, my get to social media posts like already. But what's kind of interesting is this, your commits are distribution. That's hilarious. But I don't know if this dude like built this in public, if he built this in public, right? Like I can't really see like I don't see him working in public, right? So I don't know. It's just interesting. Like where does he publish this at? I don't know. Anyways, so it's just funny that we're all in this. We all kind of spawned in this like forest of low hanging fruit. So everyone's doing to-do apps and agent orchestrators and habit trackers. Hey, Mike, you're Viking. Nice to see you. And we're all kind of doing the same things. So we need kind of like to meet up with people who have problems. Like we have this like ultimate solver of like Claude code, and we need to find people with problems to solve. So anyways, that's just my weekly newsletter. Check it out if you're interested. Okay, okay, so it was trying to spin up the refinery and it's having issues. We're at 60-40 for not having used Gas Town, 10 votes. Cool. Yeah, it's a little frustrating that certain things aren't like terribly smooth yet with Gas Town. It is like alpha software. But once it gets going, it fucking flies. Like last night we made 56 commits, which is like 56 different, like, whatever, spun up at least, like, not that many processes, Claude Code processes, but like did that much work. Maker Viking, my focus with my vibe coding is creating a social media platform for the maker community. Awesome. Nice, Maker Viking. VNfied, hey chat, looking for a little help. Recall someone mentioning spec-driven development framework, not spec kit, but something like BD spec. BD spec. Yeah, I don't know what a spec. I just asked Claude to to make my spec, and then it broke down the spec into beads. But yeah, I don't know what other frameworks there are. So yeah, what's frustrating about this Gas Town is like it'll send these key commands and then not do anything. Like that. This is the frustrating part is sometimes you have to like manually nudge things along, or it has to figure things out. It doesn't seem like we're sending the right commands. Can you use GT mail to interact with? Please use GT binary. Yeah. But yeah, VNfied. Somebody suggested last night to make like a list of all the things people suggest, or like have a chat bot for like a YouTube chat bot that kind of like keeps track of everything people suggest. And I think that would be like a useful resource. Like, people talk about these different things, and I don't know if you guys can post links. Like, I don't see links from you guys, but yeah, if you mention certain tools, then we could have like an agent that goes through and adds them to some like resource spreadsheet. Yeah, Gas Town is kind of, it's Claude managing other Claudes. That's like the initial article sounds all intimidating and whatnot. The initial Gas Town article sounds all intimidating, but it's just Claude managing other Claudes with tmux. Like, as long as you have that frame of reference, it's just different Claudes with different like roles to kind of keep things going. Sweet. Yeah, I've got Yeah, I've got a couple different things. that might be our next project, is making that YouTube bot. And Gas Town can get very overwhelming. Oh yeah, like it's this kind of stuff that's frustrating. It doesn't have like a clean startup sometimes. Like we've been trying to start the refinery for 10 minutes here, and I'm passing the time by talking with you guys, but it hasn't done anything. And that can get super frustrating. I'm trying to balance on getting features shipped with improving my workflow. Oh yeah, totally. That's everything, right? Like you definitely want to get better at, like, you can go down a rabbit hole of like improving the tools. You can always improve the tools more and get really lost in like, oh, I need to improve. I just need to improve the tool a little bit more. I just need to improve the tool a little bit more. And then you end up shipping like nothing real, right? And that's kind of where I was at, where I was like, oh, I can improve Gas Town with Gas Town. And like, I mean, Gas Town has plenty of help now. We actually have a crisis of like, how do we figure out how to coordinate between everyone? And Steve's adding new stuff every day, so you got to keep pulling lasers. Oh yeah, exactly. Yep. So, yep, exactly. It's happening. Okay, so. All right, so let's see. There's just. All right, so it sees that. It's up. So. Just nudge the refinery. Okay. Yeah, I just had to say nudge it, and then it went. Cool. Where's everyone tuning in from? I know I get a lot of East Coast people usually, and some European people. From Norway. Oh, that makes sense. Maker Viking from Norway. That the name makes sense now. VM5 Michigan. Nice. Okay, so it's still like pretty early for you. Well, yeah. VNFi Michigan, it's like what? You're 2 hours ahead, so you're 7:49. And then Tane, VW Netherlands check in. Nice. And also, yeah, shout out to everyone who's watching this in the future. If you're whoever's watching this in the future in the replay, comment on the video. Let me know where you're watching from. Oh, McGuffin, Texas. Nice. It'd be cool to support Gas Town to be compatible with open code. I think that's like I made a PR to add more not to flex my PRs here, my 6 PRs that were merged, but I added more agent presets. I'm sure open code people have been asking for that, and maybe people have added it since. I'm not totally sure, but it's pretty easy to add like new agents to use. So okay, all right. So I think we're merge with GitHub, Polecat working in the make. Okay. Okay. Do we have any other beads that need to be worked on? Roxis, no open issues. Okay, gotcha. All right, so let's just focus with the refinery on getting this PR passing. That's it. Good stuff, man. Yep. Okay, cool. So yeah, we've got a bunch of shit failing. So we can just say, take a look at the PR and look at what's failing and fix the tests. Alright, so this is the coolest part, is that it's going to go and fix stuff. Like, it's going to kind of crank through all these different, like, it's using the GH binary to talk to GitHub, and it's looking at the GitHub Actions CI, like these CI checks, and it's taking a look at what's failing, like all these different tests that are running, and it's going to try to fix it and kind of make changes, and then try to fix the issues. But yeah, we added 10,000 lines of code last night. Got my first PR added to beads yesterday for improved linear support. Oh, cool. Nice, MacGuffin. I think somebody, mentioned that last night, wanting to add beads and linear support. But I guess, is the linear, it's an issue tracker for humans, and then you want to link the beads to like linear issues? Is that the use case there? Did it get merged? Here. Import from later. Oh, okay, nice. I just added this commit. Oh. Let's see. We should see something from today, but we're not. Oh, okay. This is today. Okay, cool. Yeah, the issue was that there's no way to filter internal beads, which is mostly agent-to-agent noise, not highlight feature. That's it. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yep. Cool. So then also part of our build process here is we deploy to a dev lambda. And it needs to figure out what's going on there. TD red face around for feature not. It's expected here. Buildable. But do we have beads to implement those features? I think I did. I tried to do too much. I think I just was like, just let it rip. Just freaking let it do, yeah, too much without validating. Probably too big of a scope. But it's cool that I can go back and like it's auditing these beads and the beads are close to implemented. So now it's like kind of inferring, all right, we have these tests that are failing, but we should have like this implementation that is should be passing these TDD tests. The actual implementation is incomplete. Failing there actually only test infrastructure interfaces. Gotcha. Please let Mayor know about this. Not Mike. The mayor know about this. And then I want to spin these up for the bear. Oh. What's up, Andy? How you doing? Yeah, we're focused on trying to make my GitHub to social media poster Roxis, like actually making it work. I may have bit off more than I can chew, but we'll see. Yes, please sling 2 polecats. Good, man. How are things going along? We'll see. Like we're trying to, like I wrote a spec, I don't know, worked on a spec and kind of showed, create like an MVP of like, all right, I want to just go from GitHub, like register a GitHub repo with the app with Roxis, and then have Roxis like take those events, send the like commit and the commit message and the diff to OpenAI, and then OpenAI creates like a summary or whatever, and then we'll post it to Instagram threads. Like Instagram threads is kind of like the MVP target, and then we can add more platforms later. So we did a bunch of implementation last night, and I just kind of let things let the polecats work, and we generated a bunch of code, and we'll see how things work. We're just trying to get the CI to pass and make sure and what we found was some it's supposed to be TDD, so the tests get written before the features get implemented. We found on the CI that, hey, there's tests here, but no features implemented. What the heck? So that was a good check, because the beads were closed for the implementation for whatever reason. But now it's like, now we're going back and implementing features. So that's a guardrail. That's an enterprise guardrail that we can see that we're making sure we're getting work done. So yeah, now these are all working. Cool. Dispatched. So we got 3 different Claudes working at the same time. But yeah, how are you doing with your projects, Andy? Using crew mainly. Polecats get work from crew as needed. Yeah, I did. So I did all my spec work on crew, and then I made the spec, like really iterated on it. Was like, hey, ask me any questions. You sure you're done asking me questions? I just kept kind of asking it. Do you need any more details? And then from the spec, I created beads with still a crew member, and then iterated on that. And with the spec, I like had different agents like Codex and Gemini take a look at the spec, give their feedback on it. I didn't do that for beads. I probably should have. When I created the beads, I forgot. Like I was just kind of in a rush to like try to get work done. But yeah, I should have had like Gemini and Codex look at the beads that were created from the spec. But yeah, I started slinging beads to polecats. That's the addicting part. It's like, oh, let's just let things fly. But so yeah, the witness is looking at monitoring these guys. Brotherhood working, admin working. But yeah, like ever since Steve wrote that, one of those, I don't know, maybe 3 blog posts ago about, hey, yeah, crew, yeah, it's all in the prep and delegation. Yep, exactly. The crew, like when he clarified that, hey, the crew is for like these hard tasks of planning, learning Tmux for the first time. That's been fun. Well, I've kind of only, I don't know, like Command B or Control B. I mean that, and then S. Oops, Control B and S. That's all the Tmux that I know. Like that, I am not a Tmux expert. That's. I'm sure there's more that would be useful, think Steve was talking about there's a way to like automatically rotate through all these. That might be nice, but I don't know. I'm working on the agents on a Twilio function for a project. Compliance is so much fun. Frank Schwartz free. A Twilio function for, okay. So you're, okay, implementing like a text number or something like that, or a like a short code type of thing, or I guess, yeah, what kind of, what in Twilio are you using? Are you like auto dialing people? If you can't say, you can't say, but like, yeah, it's always, yeah, interesting to, like with Twilio, I've only had experience with with automated testing. Like we use Twilio to like get like the SMS code like as a receiver for automated tests, for like our functional tests, so to like log in and stuff like that. So okay. Okay. Nudge and check in on the status. So I think all these things, yeah, probably create their own branches. So Refinery. Please merge all these new branches into the combined branch. Rob, I heard Steve, you got paid from a Gas Town shitcoin. Yeah, that's, somebody was saying that earlier, or not earlier, but last night, like that. That's like a kind of a scammy way. Like they get people to promote their shitcoin, and then they eventually rug them. So I don't know. Who knows? Who knows if he actually like moves that shitcoin or not? If he actually liquidates it, who knows? Text message out to customers with notification. Nice. Agent mail thing is cool as hell. Yeah, agent mail, the future. Twilio compliance has been very strict. Took 2 weeks for compliance acceptance. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's rough. Who knows if he exercised that the coins though. They'll had conflicts. Yo, Bjorn Baum. We're building our GitHub to social media poster. So we're all going to be vibe coding a bunch, and we need to be able to kind of automatically market ourselves. So basically every commit, maybe we should be posting to social media and showing our work. So yeah, I'm building the MVP of taking like Git commits, like merges to main, and then sending it to OpenAI, and then OpenAI is gonna draft up like a post, and we'll send to Instagram threads as like an MVP flow. We have this mega branch that we're gonna test against. We're everything's failing, but yeah, we are working on it. Our polecats are working on it, and the refinery is working on merge conflicts. So yeah, while the refinery is working on merge conflicts, hit the thumbs up. The thumbs up of really sends the video out, lets it hit the algorithm. So yeah, like and subscribe. Yeah, just helps more people come hang out. And yeah, it's something that I really want to do this. Try to do this every day, or at least at the very minimum, like every other day, showing how to use these tools. I think release notes, automation, distribution, yes, but like hitting social media, like actually, like where people are at versus somebody checking release notes, right? Like the people with money are on social media, like regular social media. They're not on GitHub and checking, like GitHub, yeah, the change logs or whatever. So, and like people on LinkedIn, like if you post on LinkedIn, like I've only started talking about this like for the last, I don't know, 7 weeks, like since beginning of December, and I'm starting to get like a decent amount of inbound of like people interested because I talk about this stuff. People are not that anything's like come about it yet, but I would rather people come to me with work, like with opportunities, than the other way around, right? Like I think that's ultimately the future. Again, I mean, I guess I'll shill for my newsletter, or not this one, where like I write a newsletter every week on it every Friday. So kind of the idea is that we're solvers, and we should probably advertise that we are really good at solving problems, such that people with problems come to us, right? They seek us out. If we put stuff out there that we are problem solvers, people who have problems will come and seek us out. So I'm seeing that already, which is pretty cool, and I think is kind of reversing, like going, and I know like the job market's super hard for tech people. So if you show that, hey, I'm kind of on the leading edge of this like AI thing, you're watching Gas Town, like a live stream of some dude on the internet doing Gas Town. You're on the cutting edge here. Like you are like very early on all this stuff. So if you kind of put out your own content, potentially with Roxis, which is like a play off of Sora, like the OpenAI Sora, like video model or whatever. CI running. Please monitor CI. Does this strategy in hand with all the new software being built, so like automatically creating content of what's being built? Yes, exactly. You got it. Bjorn Baum. So we need distribution. So like anybody can build anything now. Like you can just assume whatever can exist will exist. It's just a matter of who taste and distribution. Like, can you make it good? Can you, like, are you making things that people want? And then can you let them know that, hey, I have this thing? So, surprise, that's what I'm doing with this. Like, I'm doing live streams to kind of put content out there and get people to look at my stuff. Frank Schwartz-Free did a pump and dump of my own coin to myself. I lost $10. Hey, sometimes you gotta, like, that should be a blog post. You should do a blog post on LinkedIn, post a YouTube video. Like, the future is, we need to be comfortable on camera and like be comfortable talking about our experiences, the projects that we're building. Because I think it really comes down to this: 50% engineering is doing the thing, and the other half is talking about it. So, like, literally half of my job, the first half of my day is like all meetings. So we're talking about the work. And then the second half of my day is doing the work. So I think we need to replicate this, or like we need to kind of just keep this in mind, that we need to, like, it's one thing, like, we need to do the thing, and then we need to talk about it. We need to, I still struggle with design when building with agents, looking at tools that like magic patterns to improve workflow. So often agents say everything looks good, the front is totally broken. I don't have a ton of experience with front end, so we'll see. Like that, we'll see with this this kind of effort that I'm doing here. I don't know. We'll learn together. I would suggest, my first initial thought maybe there is make like functional tests. So like have it like UI tests. So like have it click through the different functionalities. I could probably still make something that works but doesn't look good. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet, to be honest. I'm mostly, like, I'm DevOps, so I'm using all this stuff with, just like pipes. We're just piping data from one end to the other, and it's not necessarily, I don't know. I haven't had to try to make anything look good yet. The barrier to entry for good mobile experience is still higher. That's my recommendation for trying to build. Gotcha. Cool. Yeah. Hopefully eventually I'll build them. Like, I do want to make mobile apps. But like, for my MVP right here, I just want to make kind of a web interface, and then like my next project after this will be adding mobile apps. If AI handles the building, what does the playbook look like for actually getting software into customers' hands and scaling sales? Well, I mean, you have to figure out what your customers want. So you need to talk to your customers. So for me, this is talking to my potential customers, right? Like I'm putting myself out here talking with you guys. Not that you guys, like, everyone's probably technical here, so it can be kind of like self-referential of like we're all kind of like in our own little world, but like not our, I don't know. It's not, if you wanted something else, you have to kind of like go to where the customers are. You have to find where the customers are, where they hang out at. They're people with problems, so you have to figure out what groups they're in, what like Facebook groups, or what communities, like physical communities, in-person communities would be best. figure out where they hang out. If they're like, for example, like this space is pretty crowded already, but like personal trainers, or gym owners, if you wanted to make software for those people. I have a buddy who does, so like I'm just using him as an example. You kind of have to know who the people are that you want to serve, and be able to kind of access them. But like, and follow like business people like Alex Hormozy, his $100 million like offer and leads, and I haven't read his Money Models book yet, but like, engineers are gonna have to learn business. Like we're like, if we're democratizing kind of access to code, we need to like, now our skill set is different. If anybody can code, like we now have to like build other skills to make ourselves valuable. So yeah, if you have some kind of social media presence, which is why I'm like building this app, right, Roxis, that's gonna help. If you have kind of, yeah, there's gonna be other things to consider, but anyways, basically you need to put yourself out there to find customers. We need to get a lot more social as engineers, and I know engineers hate that. Like, we're generally introverted. We don't like, we just want to focus on the work, and that will work for if you have a regular job, but potentially with all the layoffs, right? Like, companies love to lay off now and post fake jobs. We may be out of work more, and maybe our only option is to kind of work for ourselves. And I kind of talk about that here, is like, we're in this like short-term kind of cycle for like layoffs, right? So we need to be able to figure our way out to reach people, to like find work. Oh, Andy, tactical stuff. Claude code for lead scraping, prospect lead building, prospect list building, cold outreach, strategic influencer partnerships, and paid spots, gaming, Reddit, SEO. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, no, Andy is like he is on the forefront of this. So, like, he knows all the more tactical marketing things. I'm just a guy on the internet. 2026 is going to be bad. Keep your jobs. Yeah, for sure. Like, and learning this stuff is going to help you keep your jobs. If you can show to your boss, hey, I can output X amount more code, and I can, and the differentiation is going to be like pretty big still, right? Like, people who don't use this stuff versus the people who do, like, you're going to look way better compared to your peers who don't use vibe coding. All can be done with Claude Code, Open Code, or Orchestrator. Awesome. Yeah, I need to hook in Claude Code to my social media stuff, or like my like stats and things like that. Have it kind of figure out what's working, what's not working. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's just, I don't know, talking about potential effects of vibe coding, what we need to look out for. Let's see. So the refinery still working to make the tests pass. And I think like CI/CD, like if you haven't used it a ton, like I think these are like super hard guardrails for agents Like if you have a protected branch and you have a bunch of tests on CI and it has to make them pass, I think that's a great way to kind of guide your agents to better behavior. And then it's been cranking on this thing the whole time. Like it's been going through iterations of like looking at the build, trying to fix it. So it's agentic and it's handling itself. All right, let's check on the poll. We've got 59% no for having used Gas Town. We've got 41% yes. 22 votes. That's cool. Hopefully you guys are getting something out of watching this. But yeah, if you're 20 people in here, hit the thumbs up button, please, on the video. Helps it get out to more people. More people learn about Gas Town. More people figure out how to use Claude Code better. Not saying that I'm like the best at this or whatever, but I'm less on like hashtag grind set and make $1 million, bro. Thanks, McGuffin. Appreciate it. Yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. It's the whatever. We're growing pretty quickly. It's exciting. I was just at 500 subscribers, I don't know, 2 days ago. Now we're at 581. Thank you, Maker Viking. Appreciate it. And yeah, like I just kind of want to build this distribution, like my own distribution here, that like not being totally like transparent, and kind of be an example of this. Yeah. Absolutely. What you say is that CI/CD is non-negotiable with agents. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. Like this has just been cranking on it this whole time. Like this is a workflow. Let's see. Oh, it has this like if I struggle with this enough, it should like, yeah, here we go. Like I want to just, permanently. I want to be able to copy paste this, use cred store. So it seems like it's been stuck on this. Okay, so it's used this cred store thing, and then let's see, declare not used, cred store variables, cred store no longer used, test use cred store for assertions, test use the old, but remove the tests that depend on it since the interface changed. Okay, gotcha. So it seems like it's working through this thing. Have I built anything successful software before? I'm a DevOps engineer, 11 years experience, so I have like a real job with this whole thing. I haven't, like this is my first project like outside of work, using vibe coding internally I've coded up a number of like internal changes now, like pipelines and MCP servers and things like that, but not like a full end-to-end app. So this is kind of like, I want this to be kind of fully encapsulated app that I can say, hey, I shipped entirely with vibe coding. Because otherwise I wouldn't have done this. Like, I wouldn't have even thought to pursue this, starting this app without vibe coding. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm that explanation for you, Bjorn Baum. Ian Partington, loving the content too, just finished the vibe coding book. Yeah, grab this. I wish I had a referral code to pick this guy up. Like Gas Town, obviously written by Steve Yagi. He wrote this with Gene Kim, DevOps Wizard. Those guys, like this book made me like take this super seriously, because just knowing the existence of the book made me take this super seriously. Frank Schwartz free. For some reason, CLI is freaking me out. Just getting comfortable with IDs. Age 54 was a late start. Well, better late than never. Like, if it's something that you want to do, like, you can just do things. That's what I'm figuring out. It's like, I'm starting to just, like, whatever. Beginning of December, I never live streamed before. Not here I am with nearly 600 people subscribed to my YouTube channel. So it helped that I'm halfway decent at speaking and yapping. I've been doing like public speaking jiu-jitsu coach like for the last 2 years. Like I get in front of 20 people every day, like Tuesdays, Thursdays, and teach them how to do jiu-jitsu. So I guess I'm pretty good at talking, or halfway decent at talking. People enjoy my classes, so I'm like, I can take that skill of like talking about something, explaining something, and then kind of do this thing. But yeah, it's never too late to like start doing something that you want to do. Frank Schwartz free. McGuffin also saying DevOps background, never launched my own real apps. Yeah. So I feel like DevOps is a kind of, sorry, let me cough really quick. Yeah, I feel like DevOps is kind of a crazy skill set to have now. Like we sit as a DevOps engineers like at the intersection of all this stuff, all these apps and all these systems, and we can glue them all together. And now we can like create the systems with vibe code and glue them all together. I feel like it's a great skill set that we ended up having. It's how we, like, our business is combining all the code together and making sure it all works. In this pipeline of code, like ensuring quality code goes through this whole pipeline. So we have the tools to ensure this vibe code is quality code and it goes through a pipeline. So I feel like the process, the software development process that we've kind of drilled in to ourselves is kind of super critical. Tests were in aren't implement, but tests were in as part mark close to actual build errors. I thought we did this. I thought we just did this earlier. Working on my let's see. Very nice, man. Go on with that. More success to you. Keep it up. Just working on my first app just to learn the process, getting the spec right before I get it slinging code. It's the issue I'm working around. Yeah. More effort up front with planning will pay off. DevOps requires care, so yeah, it's something LLMs can easily mess up, especially when money's online with these pipelines. Yep. Think about how many companies have terrible CI/CD release processes. Vibe coding's gonna put them in an early grade, or like force them to be better, right? Like that's yeah, it's gonna be interesting. That aren't implemented, but didn't we implement them? Didn't we just these features? Okay. Yeah, I'd say that's a mindset people problems. Yeah, no, it's all of this. The technical problem is easy relative to the human problem, the people problem. Still have to work with people. Still have to interact with people, and people are they're just different from you, and they have different perspectives and different amounts of understanding and whatnot. So, I think the more of our job gets automated, the more that this. Oh, hang on. Wait, no, we shouldn't be skipping any TDD tests. We should have those features implemented. If not, please reopen the beads and let the mayor know. Yeah, people want to fully delegate everything to vibe coding. Yep, that's the problem. Like, we're becoming managers now. Like, we are managing these agents, and like I kind of had to keep my eye on this, even though I'm like yapping with you guys. I'm like, wait a second, that's not doing the right thing. And see, like that. I don't know what it's doing, but I know it shouldn't be skipping tests. Like, I think that's the key part here is like you have to know what the process is and kind of keep it on track. So yeah, people get their identities like super wrapped up in being super smart and knowing all the latest programming stuff, and now they feel like they kind of wasted their time, but they didn't. Like, they had to have a job and had to be really good at programming, but now it's like the programming is, like you said, MacGuffin, engineering is moving up the stack. Like, we are engineering the processes around software development. $65. Well, we should have Alice 65. I see 65 for So maybe something got obliterated, like something with the merge conflicts, like overwrote this functionality, and yeah, maybe we need to go back into Git and like pull it out. Merge conflicts. Yeah, okay, yeah. There we go. So this is engineering. Like this is kind of part of using Gas Town, is that we're going to blow away our own code. Merge conflicts causes the draft code to be lost. Oh, continue. But with these LLMs, with these agents, we can just go in, we can like reach back into history and pull it out, pull out what got lost here. Okay, cool. So, and this is some an agent mail from the mayor that something got done. Some work got done. And those might be like re-implemented. Oh, geez. It's kind of a mess, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. Oh, can't use Claude. What can you guys use? Good luck with AI getting rid of 20 years of tech debt on the average company. We're safe. Yeah, to some degree. But like the AI is tireless. The AI is willing to dig through crappy spaghetti code. It may not be that great at it yet, but it's more willing to do all this stuff. So pros and cons. Oh, you're able to use GLM? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, maybe Gas Town. I don't know if Gas Town has GLM support. Does Gas Town have GLM support? So, yeah, I mentioned Augie a bunch of times. It indexes your code, so it can like search it, semantically search it. Gas Town does not appear to have GLM support. Gotcha. So, I think it would be pretty straightforward to add. I know I'm people who are like I've contributed to Gas Town, and like one of my things was adding like cursor, and I haven't really tested it yet, but cursor, Augie, source graph amp, like these alternatives, GLM domestically is very cost effective. Oh yeah, I'm sure. So, GLM plus Cerebrus is pretty dope. I haven't heard of Cerebrus. Cerebrus. The fastest AI infrastructure. Insane response times. World's fastest processor. It's like Grok. Oh, okay. It's funny. I'm familiar with Grok because I follow the All In podcast, and like that's Chamath's company, and I think they just did a deal. Yeah, Grok got acquired by NVIDIA. Yeah, exactly. Grok. Entering a roughly $20 billion non-exclusive licensing deal. Effectively functions as a large acqui-hire. Gotcha. GLM 4.7 Minimax. Ain't no joke using it right now. Nice. Cool. Cerebrus is doing the next thing, I guess. I've been streaming vibe coding at Blue Cactus AI. I've been enjoying your content. Oh, cool. Thank you. Blue Cactus AI. Thanks, Rob. You're intelligent voice AI. Blue Cactus AI. Self-taught web coder. Building Startup Life. Awesome. Nice. I will subscribe. Yeah, there's only a handful of us. There's it's a small world in the live streaming vibe coding community. So nice to meet you, Blue Cactus AI. Rob 2360. I think I came across your stuff before too. Cool. Yeah, everyone follow Rob. Follow Blue Cactus AI. This is... We gotta... gotta support each other. I want to use GLM, but Anthropic bans it, and they don't refund after charging the suspending account. Ah, man. What a pity. Yep. I could use an intelligent voice AI. You got an API. Oh, we got deals going on in the DMs. It's going down in the DMs. GLM voice input method is worth having. Cerebrus using a big wafer CPU, not GPU. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, they did talk about this. They, yeah, the All In podcast, I think they did mention this company, where they just kind of, yeah, print a big ass wafer, and I guess that's, yeah, okay, there it is, the wafer scale, having everything on the same chip probably makes sense. Yeah, there's not many of us. Yep. was listening to Jeff Huntley, Ralph Loop guy on YouTube the other day, mentioned using simplicity with this app to assembly, look at assembly and converting it to work with Z80. Mind blown. Yeah, no, so the Ralph Loop guy, he's a great follow. Jeffrey Huntley, his YouTube channel is great. Jeffrey Huntley. Great follow. He's let's see, where is it? Yeah, fundamental knowledge for software engineers in 2026. This is great for like learning how agents work. I think this slide kind of helped me understand like what we were seeing. So I know you can't really see this too well, but like, Jeff and Steve have been added and supporting. Yeah, no, because Jeff has been making like what Steve describes as like a super ant, and then Steve's making like a colony, like a swarm. So if they combine the super ant with the ability to swarm, it's gonna be really dope. But yeah, so what he's talking about here is on the right hand side. So like there's, oh yeah, you can't see this. So it shows on the right hand side here, Agentic versus Oracle. And since I've been talking about using OpenAI and Google, like the Codex and Gemini, I use those more as reviewers than actual doers. And that totally makes sense. It's like they're on this left-hand side of being an Oracle, and like they're great at like reviewing things versus actually doing things. So this totally made sense to me and like confirmed what I had been seeing. So Jeffrey Huntley, great follow. He's on the forefront like Steve Yagi. Use GLM API configure for use in Cloud Code. What are your thoughts about slowly giving up on coding, become more of a reviewer manager? I really enjoy coding. I'm not sure if I'll keep enjoying this. That's fun, but early days. I mean, that's kind of what this technology is asking us to do, is because we have to give, like, we're moving up the stack. Like I say that managers have been vibe coding this whole time. Like, managers have been vibe coding because they delegate coding responsibilities to somebody who isn't them, right? But they're ultimately responsible for the result of that code. So that's the weird thing that we now have to deal with as individual contributors, is that we're delegating who's writing the code now, but we're ultimately responsible for the results of that code. So I think maybe I'm built for it because I'm a DevOps guy, and like I'm kind of abstracted away from the process of like actually making the apps and stuff, and I'm more at the integration layer and more at the let's glue everything, let's glue all these systems together, and that's maybe the level I would prefer to operate at anyway. So I'm perfectly happy with like watching this thing crank and like kind of keeping an eye on it over time. And yeah, I don't know. My identity isn't tied to manually typing lines of code. My identity isn't tied to how smart I am and how whatever hard I can think in figuring these things out. have always kind of been a process type of person, and I like kind of being able to enforce this. Like this is a new way to kind of enforce this like CI/CD pipeline rigor, but now kind of further back on agents that won't complain about tests. Like they'll go and fix the tests. They'll go and maintain the tests themselves, versus developers are like, oh, the tests are flaky or whatever. It's like, well, go and fix them, and we can just have the agents go and fix them. Hey, was Gas Town? Gas Town is basically Claude managing other Claudes. So we've got a couple different roles. The mayor is kind of like the main role. I've been working in this refinery. So basic overview of Gas Town. The mayor kind of spins out work, kind of branches work, and assigns work out, and then eventually we have to combine all that work back in. So it's like expanding out and then combining back in. And the refinery is kind of at the tail end of the process. It brings all this code back in, handles merge conflicts, and tries to make PRs work. So that's Gas Town in 2 minutes. The problem lies in the responsibilities. It's very blurry, and the roles are going to collapse. Yeah. We always hated managers and PMs, though. Yep. So you're using $200 Claude code. Yes. Let's check our usage. Probably not terrible right now. Yeah, our usage is 32%. For sure would have ran into like the $20 one limit by now. Probably will run into like the $100 limit if we had it. Like that's probably at 50%, right? We'll probably get to 50% by the end of this. So anyways, Gas Town is perfect ecosystem for DevOps, and DevOps plus business think equals money. Hey, good morning, CZX, or good afternoon for you, I guess. However, new AI startups have it easy trying to embrace new ways of working. Yep. I mean, easy is relative. Like now everyone has access to zero cost code, essentially. Zero cost effort wise, or zero cost like developer time, but it just takes whatever for you to sit and do it yourself. Like it just takes time, your own personal time. You don't need to pay a developer to do this stuff anymore. In China, it's now required that all programmers use AI for programming to enhance efficiency. Yeah, I mean, it's a competitive advantage. So I don't doubt that we are in a new era. Going to be interesting to see if this works for SOC 2 or other auditing systems, with vibe coding having formula other tests to prove it. I would imagine like you can have Claude say, hey, pass SOC 2, or have whatever, run a SOC 2 audit on the code, and it'll go and do it. And you can probably have it show all the results, right? Have it come up with all the evidence, right? So maybe it makes SOC 2 audit. Maybe all the companies that do like the SOC 2 certificate, like whatever, the ecosystem may collapse for certain companies whose main thing is SOC 2 auditing. If agents can do it way cheaper for more people. So does Gas Town, from Bjorn Baum, does Gas Town leverage the Claude skills? Mine doesn't. I try to keep things pretty vanilla, just because I don't want to be tied too much into an ecosystem. So yeah, I think it's just, still trying to figure out these tests. So anyways, so I'm sure it can leverage Claude skills, but it's, I'm not currently doing Claude skills. Some of the purest engineers love logic, how elegant the code is, and the LLM is a black box, so they hate it. If you can wrangle the black box, though, you can do incredible things. Yes, exactly. That's enterprise vibe code. That is, Gemini. So I have, let's see, this video. Oh, not that video. This kind of like animation, like input, like human generate code as an input, and this AI generate code as an input. And we have this like just software engineering process that we can take both and crank through it and then generate business value on the other side. Like this enterprise vibe code, that is the black box that you're talking about. Rob 2360. Alberto Calvacante. Good morning. Good morning, Alberto. Nice to see you. Though it's pretty hard to embrace this change in well-established orgs. Yeah, now people love their little their specialties, and their people identify with their work a lot. So you're gonna have to pry their moat from their cold dead hands. I like the symbolism in that video you showed at the beginning of the stream. Oh yeah, the Lego blocks and stuff like that. Yeah. Already seeing in current org. Good morning. I'm getting ready to go to sleep. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. It's cool. It's cool that we have an international audience on this. This is awesome. SOC 2, lots of rules. Really hoping I can build something profitable so I can step away from the keyboard. Human relationships suffer. The constant grind is damaging for the soul. Everyone take care of yourselves. Yeah, no, it's tough. Like, I'm working now more than ever. At the same time, I'm having fun. Like, it's hard because like it's so engaging that we can watch this thing work and like have it crank on code and have it figure things out for us. But at the same time, like, yeah, I don't know. I'm doing this in my mornings, my evenings. I have a wife, so it's tough, and she's busy with work too. So we have to like be very like diligent and like be very intentional about the time we spend together. So it's it's tough. No, it's this whatever modern economy or whatever, right? Where we need two breadwinner, like two people working to make a household work. Kind of sucks. MacGuffin, yeah, take care too. Impressive you're doing this in corporate job and jiu-jitsu. It's inspiring. Thank you, Rob. Yep. And relationship, yeah, no, I don't have kids yet, so I've got all the time in the world. I'm aware that I have, like, kids will change the equation. Is your AI code easy to maintain later on? Hopefully it's easy to maintain. This is my first like app that I'm building end to end, so we'll see. We'll see if it's easy. Elon's hoping for a universal high income. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. I'm down for raising the floor for people. You may see my raging lefty politics come out from time to time on stream, but yeah, like for me, I'm on the cutting edge of this, and like I have the ability to do this, right? I have the ability to spend $200 a month on Claude code, and I have I had the ability prior to like go to college, like Cal Poly, like one of the best like engineering schools on the West Coast. So it's like I've had a very like privileged life, and I've been able to work hard and achieve things for myself. But like I understand where I came from. So I think the problem is where people don't see that other people don't have the same advantages that you do, and we should try to like level the playing field, at least level the starting point, and then have like raise the baseline. And yeah, hopefully technology helps with that. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. So Ian Partington, I plan to retire in 15, 20 years. Don't want to be slinging code on call, releasing out of hours. Hopefully some consultancy work around doing this with corporates going forward. Yeah. I mean, putting stuff out there. I'm getting more inbound than I ever have prior, like real inbound. People reaching out to me saying, hey, I see your vibe coding stuff. And that's my advice for everyone is like, hey, put your work out there, like talk about it. Half the job is doing the thing, being able to do the engineering work, and the other half is talking about it. We need to be more vocal as engineers in order to get people to recognize our value. I think that's like the big thing I want to like get across here is like, I'm doing this, but you can do this too. Okay, guys, what does everyone think of coming to an agreement that use AI to bring on universal 3-day weekends? Yes, let's not be greedy. I agree. Like you need 3-day weekends. Okay, so it stopped. All tests pass locally. Okay. Please monitor CI build. In China, it's impossible. 9 to 9, 0 to 0. You guys on that grind set in China? Just a reminder, 30 people in here. Please like the video. Would really helps out push the channel to more people. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let's try to get to 600. We're at 586. Let's try to get to 600 by the time in like an hour. I think we can do it. We can get to 600. I remember stories from the gold rush. A couple people made it big finding gold, but the people who made loads were sold the equipment. Sold the equipment. Exactly. Yep. We are pickaxes and shovels. That's the industry to be in. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, hopefully that's what we're in. We are selling pickaxes and shovels and consulting on how to most effectively use the pickaxes and shovels. Checking on the poll. Have you used Gas Town? 70% no. 37 votes. 30% yes. So cool. Well, glad to help you guys out since you guys are interested in this. CI failed. Check the logs. So it's, yeah. Figuring out there's duplicates. Yeah, it's just grinding away on this stuff. Like I don't have to do anything. It's figuring all this stuff out. So that's like this agentic loop of like, all right, the hard guardrail is the CI tests. The CI tests are going to give feedback to the agent. The agent's going to be like, oh shit, the CI tests fail. All right, let's fix those. And it'll push the commit, it'll run the CI tests, and it's a big feedback loop. So it's great. Yeah, showcasing the best practices in war stories in production with vibe coding. I'd say that have value. Yeah, totally. Yep. What software is the small icon in the bottom left corner? This guy? This is what you're saying? That's part of Gas Town. We can move around here to like, so that's the mayor. We're in the mayor role now. And then we've been working in this refinery role. run browser end to end. Even have that playwright MCP. No, I don't believe so. I think I'm just using Golang. I honestly, I don't really know. Like that. That's the beauty of this thing. Is like we can check. Please look at browser end-to-end tests in Roxis and tell me what the test framework is. Oh, maybe Playwright. Yeah, I might have. It's not an MCP server. Chrome DevTools. Okay. Yeah, you prefer using Chrome DevTools. Gotcha. But yeah, I guess it uses web browser. Use Rod, a Go library for browser automation, similar to Puppeteer. So yeah, I like Golang. Yes, it does run in the browser. So I'm using Golang, one, because like Steve Yagi recommends it. Like all of his tools are in Golang, like Beads, Golang, Gas Town, Golang. I think Golang is like a goated language for vibe coding because it is statically typed. It's well known. So like there's tons of Golang code out there. It's statically typed so it's statically typed so that it can like fit together like Lego blocks. That's like why my enterprise vibe code icons and stuff are Lego blocks, right? It kind of fits, the statically typed code fits together really well. And that static type is another guardrail. It's another check that helps guide the agent towards a good path. So, okay, browser and tests. All the unit tests pass. Okay. But yeah, browser. AI will operate your browser. Chrome DevTools make easier for AI to find visual bugs. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, cool. All right, so we got one green check. We got test, run tests. So now we need to be able to deploy it. Okay, so we need to be able to deploy this code to the dev environment. So please check, look at the error messages there. Goes the simplest language. It's just for loops and if statements. No weird. Yeah, like in TypeScript. Exactly. Yes. So the simpler the language, the better. Like the more straightforward it is, the easier it is for the agent to maintain it. Golang, very small syntax. So if you're coming from Java like me, Golang's very nice. Nice. Cool. JavaScript, best language of the world. Debatable. Guess that makes it easier for AI too. Player MCP is better. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to stick with one tool set and learn it inside and out. And just kind of go move forward with like really learning one tool set and then learning all the hard, sharp edges with one, rather than changing tools all the time. Yeah, we should change tools and test things out, right? But it should be like 80-20. 80% focused on one tool set and getting better at one tool set, and then 20% of the time trying new things out. Playwright MCP is more suitable for automation unit testing. Yeah, totally. Probably. Renumbered duplicate migrations. So we're, figuring out how the database is going to work. Migration now correctly numbered. Commit and push. Cool. Player MCP, just my experience. Using TypeScript for any business logic or glue code control plane, and Go for data plane lately. Gotcha. Nice. Either's fine. Just use whatever you like. Yeah, I mean, nobody's an expert. Like there isn't like hard and fast rules to this thing yet. It's still very new. Nobody really knows what's going on yet. We're all just kind of making our best guesses. I'm going to be using Go on AWS spot instances on AWS EKS as small binaries and fast cold start, less overhead, node runtime. Yeah, totally. Makes sense. Okay, cool. Sweet. Deploy to dev environment. Here we go. Finally got deployment working. Let's see. Nope. So I've set up on my PRs to deploy to a kind of dev like stack essentially. It's using AWS Lambdas, and yeah, right now it's not working, so it'll figure out that's not working. I have browser like end-to-end tests that run, so it'll see that it's up now, but then the browser tests are failing. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't used Ralph Wiggum yet. We may see Ralph Wiggum and Gas Town collaboration. They may be talking to each other, figuring things out. Deployment is now live. It's saying it's flaky behavior. It's unrelated to code changes. This is a bold-faced freaking lie. It's a pre-existing issue. Okay. It tries to not take responsibility for all this stuff. It's like, oh, that's not my problem. Like, it learned that from somewhere. That like you gotta think that these LLMs learn to not take responsibility from somewhere. It had to learn to not take responsibility from its training data from humans. So yeah, it's interesting. All right, please make browser end-to-end tests. I think there's something wrong with the deployment. Let's check in on the poll. 39 votes, 69% have not used Gas Town. 31% have. If you're watching this live stream, you are on the cutting edge. Your expression just now looked like exactly like Dwayne Johnson. That's funny. It worked on my machine. Wow. Yeah. Thank you for comparing me to The Rock. I appreciate it. So anyway, so now it's gonna try to fix it. All right, we're at 16 likes, 25 people watching. Let's like the video, guys. 26 people watching. Thumbs up. Would really help the channel get out to more people, so more people come hang out, chat about Gas Town. I've worked in SMB my whole life, but never worked at large org. So the terminology used is helpful for me. If you continue wrapping methodology around this, you'll attract enterprise buyers looking for solutions to problems. Yeah, no, I'm getting some like I'm telling you guys, I'm getting inbound. I like there is a like you guys need to do this too. Like I know you are, Rob. So like good, but yeah, keep putting stuff out there. Like our code is going to zero. Anybody can tell Gas Town, Ralph Wiggum, whoever, right? Like writing code is now cheap, super cheap. We just now need to like find people who have problems for us to solve. We are solvers. We need to find people who have problems for us to solve. So yeah, MacGuffin, let's pump those numbers up. We got 19 likes now. Woot! Yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already. Good morning, time to sleep. All right, thanks for dropping in. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but nice to hear from someone in China. Try to get the 3-day weekend. Yep. We should all just have 3-day weekends. Oh, we're at 589 subscribers now. Let's get to 600, boys. Let's get to 600 before the end of the stream. I got to run at probably 8:30. 8 maybe 8:30 PST. So or when my usage runs out. Whatever comes first. I'm only 34% use, so I'm probably not gonna run out of usage, but yeah, let's go. Let's get those numbers up. So yeah, it's figuring stuff out. I'm gonna plug my newsletter. I write articles every week, just kind of condensing, crystallizing, synthesizing all my thoughts that I talk about on a live stream, kind of come in a long form article on the weekends. I write it on Friday afternoons, and then I publish it, either Saturday or Sunday. So check it out, subscribe. Gas Town have a website. I think it's just the Gas Town repo. And Steve Yeagy's blog posts. that is the extent of the documentation that you're going to get with that, at least for right now. Yeah, it's interesting that we, like, usually, so at work, I try to avoid compactions, but now I feel like with Gas Town, it helps smooth over these compactions. We're able to, it's able to maintain the context. Best place to learn is here. Thank you. I appreciate that, Tane. I am going to screenshot that, and I will put that as like promotional material. But yeah, no, this is like the whole idea of like it's a map reduce type of thing, right? Like you map all this output out, like you parallelize a bunch of work, you spread it out, you fan it out, and then you eventually have to like reduce it. You eventually have to like combine it all together. And we're at that stage with this refinery. Like we spun up a bunch of polecats last night and like cranked through a bunch of beads, and now we're like combining it all together again. The PR env shows maybe if I point to like, hey, this, I don't think changing the test is going to work if the app itself isn't working. Yeah, I probably let it. Oh, it's expected behavior. Oh, okay. Oh, that's the webhook URL. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. Oh, cool. There we go. Cool. Secure. Okay, gotcha. Is expected for direct. Okay, gotcha. Please fix the deployed to dev environment GitHub Actions comment to show the regular URL without the webhook. Please change. And then, so then, all right. And then continue fixing the browser tests. Did you make any more headway on Lovable to AWS app? I haven't. Thank you for asking, Andy. I was like, I got too spread out on all these different projects, like between like contributing to Gas Town, contributing to trying to do that thing. I was like, all right, let me just focus on one project, and like because this one unlocks more work, right? Or like more like distribution for me, right? So if I can get all these vibe coded commits out to posting to my social media, that's more content out there, right? And it's more distribution. So if my thesis is the value of code is going to 0 and I need to increase distribution, I need to work on this thing. This is the next best thing for me to work on. So yeah, really, yeah, it's tough because we can do anything. We can do, yeah, it's so addicting that we can like create anything we want. We just have to now just really focus on getting one set of things done. Yeah, that Steve Yogi guy better get his agents on improving those PRs. There's 146 now. Yeah, and that's the Gas Town is going to be an experiment in proving how this works. Like, it's the first repo to encourage vibe coding, to encourage a bunch of people making a bunch of different PRs, right? So how do we deal with that? So I think we're seeing the first, like, we are seeing software evolve in real time. Software development process evolve in our front of our eyes on Gas Town real time. It's all about that distribution now. Yes. What feature are you working on right now? This is my first time. So right now, like I spec'd out like kind of my entire app, last couple live streams, and then I converted that spec into beads, and then I like the end-to-end flow, the initial end-to-end MVP flow is GitHub event. So like a merge to main goes to Roxis. Roxis takes that event with like commits and diffs, sends it to OpenAI. OpenAI kind of like makes a intelligible message, a social media post about that, and then sends that text back to Roxis. Roxis is integrated with I'm gonna integrate with Instagram threads first because you don't need a picture, and I think X API like requires money now or something. So I think Instagram threads is like a good like first MVP feature. So now I'm like, I planned all that out. I made a spec, I planed it in beads, and then I slung a bunch of polecats, and now I'm trying to combine it all together and make it all work. So be orchestration though, you should have these two projects running simultaneously. Yeah, but I'm also like yapping with you guys. I'm talking. So like, yeah, I like this. I like this pace, I guess, of like for getting to know you guys, and then also working on some stuff. So yeah, it's interesting, but AI videos may drive demand for real human connection. Yeah, I mean I'm right now I'm doing text posts, but and live entertainment interacting with a real human will be valuable, I think. Yeah, totally. Like that's why we're here. That's why we're all here, right? So I think that's an element of distribution, like getting people, like I'm creating a funnel, if you will, or if we're nerds, we're creating a gravitational field that points eventually to like the live stream or down consulting or something like that, right? Like I'm putting content out there is making this field cave in more and more from different angles of the internet and pulls people into interacting with me, I guess. So that's how I see it. Beads is very well done, not too chaotic as Gas Town, but I believe it gained wider acceptance. Yeah, most can't tame polecats or keep a close eye on. Yeah, I think Beads is like the it's the gateway drug. Beads is like, oh wow, like agent specific software. Oh, that's really cool. Like agent specific binaries that work well with them or whatever. It's just a matter of how good one's attention span is. Yeah, like how much stuff can you juggle at one time. All right, so it's running full browser end-to-end tests. All right, let's check the poll. We're at 71% no Gas Town, not using Gas Town. Haven't used Gas Town. I mean, 41 votes. 20 likes. Let's go. 20 likes. Can we do 30 by the end of the stream? And how many subscribers? 590. Let's go, guys. 590. Let's get to 600 by the end of the stream. We got 21 people here. You 21 are probably all already subscribed, so thank you. And you probably all already liked the video, but if you haven't already, please like the video, interact in the chat. Every little interaction helps. Again, like we're creating, I'm trying to be a demonstration maybe of like, I'm being very open of like, hey, I'm creating this content to like funnel you guys into interacting with me in some way, right? Whether like I'm showing, giving value, providing like, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I know how to do with all this stuff. This hopefully, like, I don't know, the interaction is coming towards me, right? Versus my ultimate goal is like, I never have to ask for a job again. I never have to apply. Like I see this like sad story on LinkedIn of like people saying, oh, I've been out of a job for 6 months, a year, 2 years. And like they repost the same like sob story every day. And they're like begging for a job. And I'm like, man, I don't want that to be me. And I don't want that to be anybody, right? Like, I don't want that to be like the case for any person to like have to beg to work, right? Like they have skills, they have valuable things that somebody could use, but they're in a financial position to like have to like be an internet beggar, I guess, right? I would rather like, and people are applying to hundreds of jobs, right? Like overall, it's like I don't know, the future is kind of bleak, and I just kind of want to put content out there to like hopefully encourage you guys. You make your own content. You kind of change that equation around. You pull people to you. You pull like, because there's plenty of problems to be solved. Like there isn't like there's too many problems for any one person to solve, right? Like I want people to like be like this vibe coding is going to be democratizing. That is a democratizing force for problem solving, and everyone on the stream is a problem solver, and we just need to go find people with problems to solve and help solve them. Anyways, rant and rant. Let's go. Yeah. Do any famous UFC dudes pull up to the gym to train? Yes, all the time. It's kind of crazy that I've seen like Marab trains at night with Andy Varela at 10th Planet Vegas, and yeah, it's nuts. And like yeah, a bunch of other guys. Like I train at the 6 a.m. so I get all the like the regular dads and the 9-to-5ers, but we're still pretty good. Like I'm gonna put it out there that the regular 9-to-5ers can not hold their own, obviously, against professional fighters, but we don't get blown out. Like I think the skill gap is distinct, but you I think if you know enough jiu-jitsu, you can at least not get tapped. I think that's you can know enough jiu-jitsu to stall. Like I think that's possible. That is you can learn enough jiu-jitsu to not die. I think that's a reasonable goal for like a just a regular person. So subscribed. Thank you, Glenn Martin, the vibe coder that actually has good vibes for once. Thank you, appreciate it. I gave up on league game to vibe along with the crew here. Oh, appreciate it. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm usually on Monday, Wednesday morning PST. So it's like, for me, it's 7:44 a.m. Usually, I don't want to make this a job, like have a strict schedule or whatever. But Monday, Wednesday mornings, probably around like 5 a.m. or so-ish PST. And then Tuesday, Thursday, I want to add like evening time. So like maybe like 4 p.m. PST, Tuesday, Thursdays, to get like different parts of the world involved, I guess. If you position yourself as authority, you shouldn't have trouble finding a job. This is proof of work. Yep. Yeah. Thank you, Rob. Yep. I'm putting out so much content that they can't ignore me, right? Oh wow, Marab stopping Sugar Show was crazy, insane endurance. Oh yeah, no, he's a machine. Buy a little time and not die. Yeah, no, like I think it's very like jujitsu. Of course, like the best guys are going to get you, right? But like if you're just training, it's not necessarily the intensity isn't there. You can probably buy time and not die. And that is an attainable level to kind of stall out potentially. So we're at 591, 21 likes. Thank you all. Both tests passed. So it's been running this for kind of a while. I wonder what's going on. It has a 6-minute timeout. I think it's working. Okay, yeah, now it's working. All right, I gotta run. Yeah, it's prime time for everyone to do their own thing. Yeah, totally agree. Invinoa, is that how you say it? Invinoa. Yeah, highly recommend everyone do your own thing. Put your own stuff out there. Kind of reverse the trend of like have people come to you, like like don't. Hopefully, you put out so much proof that should be much harder after 2 years. Yeah, for sure. Like there's only like a limited amount of time, limited amount of window of opportunity here. And if you can push your content out yourself, or however else you do this, we're positioning ourselves to be in a good spot here. I gotta run the restroom. Watch this for me. I'll leave it on, and you guys, I'll be right back. Be like 2 minutes. Saw Steve's post on LinkedIn. Was hoping both of you would get coffee too. Oh yeah. Special thanks to top contributors by PR account, Julian. We're having coffee next week, Mike Lee. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not in Seattle, so we're in the Bay Area, so I would have to travel, which would be cool, which would be interesting. But like my PR account is highly inflated. Like I don't think I even have that. I think it's kind of wrong. I mean, I'll take it. Let's see. Because I have like, I don't know where you got those numbers from. Because like I have 54 closed, but merged is only 6. So I don't know what, I don't know where you got 19. maybe issues, maybe my interactions with the issues too. So yeah, I don't know. I'm happy to be on any kind of leaderboard. So, oh hey, SN Bart 0, nice to see you. It's all good. We're just trying to make this end-to-end flow work, and we're working in the refinery on that. Push 2 commits. Let's take a look. It's the CI checks. What do they say? Please monitor CI. Was the work call worth it, SM Bart? No, are they ever? That's if you want to get paid, they're worth it, right? Like, I guess my whole spiel, I've said it multiple times already on stream, but I'll do it just for you. 50% of our job is doing the thing. So like on my latest thing, 50%. 50% of engineering is doing the thing, the other half is talking about it. So you were doing the other half. You were on a call explaining the value that you're bringing. Daily stand-ups, yeah. I hate it when, stand-ups go into hour long. Like it should be 15 minutes in like a period of time where somebody's willing to stand up, right? Versus, just sit around and yap for an hour about one person's problem where you have the entire team there. It's like you're wasting everyone's time. So yeah, totally agree that people get talking and it should just be a meeting between them two, and everyone else should leave, and yeah. I get it. So. But anyways, yeah, you're doing the communicating part. Stand-ups, scrums make sense when work was slower. I think you have to talk at some point. Update on stories, take issues to 16th minute, and only necessary people need to stay. Yeah. Yep, totally agreed. Like I don't know. Like the managers have to tell you what to do. Like they have to feel important and like they are responsible for you. So in defense of managers and chain of command or whatever, like they have to be able to report to their managers, hey, my team got X, Y, and Z done. So yeah, they have to do something. And if you're on like everyone's an adult, right? Like everybody wants to get their work done. If they're not, like yes, that's the part that managers are there for, are if people aren't doing their work. So I'd say no one has formalized the process with the new Agentic SDLC. Totally. Yeah, no, it's all new. It's all we're still making it up as we go along. While these tests are running, let's take a look. We got 23 likes. Let's go. 44 votes in the poll. 30% have used Gas Town, 70% haven't. So I wonder, maybe I just stick with this one poll over time and see how these numbers change. That'll be interesting. Like I'll just keep it consistent and see who's using Gas Town, who isn't, and if the numbers go up over time. We're at 591 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed already, let's try to get to 600 by the end of the stream. By the end of the stream, it might be, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. Oh shit. Test pass. All right. Browser end-to-end test pass. All right. So in theory, this PR is ready to go. And our PR, like this, should we should be able to sign up and like do all the stuff, but we'll see. Let's add a repository. Let's add Roxis as a repository. Add a repository. A repository added successfully. Add these settings to your GitHub repository webhook. Yes. Oh, hey, D models. Yes, this is the massive merge. Yes, the PR is finally green. We were working through it all stream so far. 3 hours. So now we're actually doing it. So let's add this webhook configuration, payload URL. So let's see, webhooks. I have one already. Let me delete that one. Passkey, use passkey. All right, let's add webhook here. Content type, JSON, secret. Don't hack me, please, guys. Push events only. Okay, let's try that. Last delivery was invalid. Recent deliveries. Okay, go to dashboard. Drafts. Manage repository. Okay, gotcha. View. Test. By sending a ping webhook test or not. Oh, okay, interesting. Webhook deliveries. Connections. What's connections? Oh, social media account. Okay, interesting. Oh, it only has blue sky, but I wanted threads. Dashboard. Drafts. Okay. Okay. So we got some amount of. Let's fix this. Okay, so now that we're like in this like the refinery's job is done, basically let's work on this in the in a crew member, because it seems like this is going to be like a long lived type of thing. Let's see. Please spin up the Alice crew member for Roxis. Oops, shit. Please spin up the Alice crew member for Roxis. Yeah, this is a massive merge. I don't think certain functionality didn't like surface to the to like the actual UI. Like certain things did, like drafts, like when it gets a webhook, when it receives like a GitHub push event, it'll make a draft, like it'll do the OpenAI thing and make a draft. So that showed up, and these connections showed up. But yeah, okay, Alice crew member. Where is it? Oh, crew, Alice. There we go. Okay. Current PR environment. I set up the webhook and it tried on GitHub. To deliver and it failed. Please debug this. Yeah, thanks for coming back, D models. Demotelays? Is it like, are you like Chipotle? Demotelays? Is that how you say your name? had the same issue with long running. You get like 80% of the functionality, but then something key is missing here, there. It's whack-a-mole getting 100%. Yep, totally. That's the game. That is the game. Having the patience to like sit through all the failures, multiple issues. He's even being registered. Oh no. Mismatch between the webhook URL and route registration. Okay. Never sure. As all singleton handle exact match only. Side effect of using deep learning, it's never 100%. Yeah. And it's just, yeah, we need to, so, all right. I've been waiting for, I used to, you know how I like throwing books up here, right? So this book, it's a sports coaching book. It's the constraints-led approach, how we learn to move. And so why I'm so hyped on vibe coding is because in jiu-jitsu, we kind of went through the same kind of issue recently over the last 3 years of like the same kind of debate where it was between the traditionalists and these constraints-led approach guys. Traditionalists are like, oh, you got to drill the move exactly this way and muscle memory. And if you put your hand here and move your arm here and you drill the sequence of steps that is going to magically work in a real life situation, right? Like that's the theory. But you just actually have to expose yourself to the more real life situations and know what the goals are for all these real life situations, what the constraints are. So the constraint-led approach is kind of like we use this training framework to focus on the most important areas, and we work on these areas over and over again. And we kind of say, all right, the goal for this position is to do X, Y, and Z. And it's kind of like guardrails to focus the training partners, the jiu-jitsu training people who want to get better. They say, all right, we're just going to focus on this particular position, and the goals for this position are to get their hands to the mat, or get them onto their hands and elbows, or from their hands to their elbows, and then you need to get from on bottom to on top. So we set up these different goals instead of drilling specific static movements. We set up these goals, and people self-organize into figuring these things out. So this has a direct application, for me at least, for how I view this. We're setting up these guardrails, these constraints to tell the agent to where to search in, like, we're defining the solution space, and we're closing it down and down and down, and we're like trying to like find, like, have it zero in on the possible solutions. So when we start off blank agent, it's like everything, right? It has all the weights and models and whatever you call it, as a blank slate, open search space. But as we add constraints, as we add like agents to IMD, as we add CI checks, as we add like all these different things, we're like constraining it to look at a certain very specific area. And we tell it the most important information. So that's the connection that I have between jiu-jitsu and vibe coding, is that we just went through this in jiu-jitsu, this whole crisis of faith of like people saying, oh, the tradition it's how it's always been, that's the best way. And we get the traditionalists now who are like, oh, typing in code manually is the best way. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So I feel like I'm early on this because I noticed this is a pattern of human behavior of how people are reacting to this. So all tests pass, summary of fix was never registered in the router. Did that jujitsu side tangent make sense to everyone? Or am I just kind of crazy? Deploy this fix. So yes, commit the changes and push. Did everybody get that jujitsu thing, or is that just me? Oh, spec v2 consolidated. Please put it on combined test branch. I think there are many software engineers who are basically using AI tools as a pair programmer or basically the typist. They are micromanaging every edit. There are way fewer running hours unattended. I don't know many who are purely typing still. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it makes sense. IT's the same thing with AI and job fears. It's like the industrial revolution. Things change and progresses. It's not bad. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when you're in GitHub, seeing a double mouse pointer. Interesting. Oh, yeah. Huh. Yeah, I didn't notice that, but yeah, that is weird. I have a tool to like highlight my mouse position, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's like off by a little bit. Progress is never bad. Actually glad it's happening. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited. This is the most I've been excited about work in a long time. Do you apply? Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, I see AI job fears. Yeah, it's like the Industrial Revolution. Yeah, because it was like, what to finish on this jiu-jitsu coaching point is that it really questions the role of the coach. It really undermines that this actually is how it comes full circle. The role of the coach was to show all the little details of the technique. That was their role. That was like how they got their validation is like, I'm going to show you all the secret little details of like, oh, you put your hand exactly here. You put it on the elbow versus the tricep, and like, oh, you look at the third whatever, like wrinkle on their fingers and like that. People got off on micro details that sometimes work, sometimes didn't, like, because people are different, people's bodies are different, what people are able to do is all different. People may have a different like game than them, like a completely different perspective on what they want out of jiu-jitsu and what their goals are even. So this constraints-led approach really upended like coach is now more like facilitator than technique breaker downer, like than detailed technique definer. So that's why I'm like so all in on this, because I saw this same exact thing happen in jiu-jitsu over the last 3 years, and now it's happening in computers, like in programming. Like the literally I will say literally the same thing, but I'm sure there's differences or whatever. But like this old way of doing it upends this traditional like ego rooted thing where people got their sense of identity from how much they knew about jiu-jitsu, how many details they memorized, and how well they can present all these details. And then really the most effective way to train is to like just put people in positions and let them figure it out. Like they'll just eventually do the right thing if you put them in the right position and you let them go and you let them figure it out. So same thing here. People are hyper, like they're hovering over the shoulder of the AI, like wanting to make sure it doesn't screw up. But really, you just need to let the AIs cook a little bit. So, anyways, project's never bad in class happening. We can spend less time doing unnecessarily trivial tasks. Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, we'll just create different jobs. Agreed. Do you apply skills to Gas Town, or is it just not required with how its framework's out? No, yeah, I don't use Claude skills. I don't use Claude skills at all. I just let it do its thing. I'd say there'd be a lot of moat for pre-vibe coding experts. They have the expertise needed to review all the work done by these agents. Yeah, totally. Exactly. All right, we're still running browser tests. Oh man. All right, this is probably gonna be the last run. We're gonna test this out, and if it doesn't work, I gotta go to work. Got a meeting at 8:30, but yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. I really appreciate it. Would really appreciate I mean, you guys who are here probably have done all the liking and subscribing already, but liking and subscribing helps out a ton. We're at 592. I don't know if we're gonna get to 600 in 5 minutes, but that'd be dope if we got to 600 subscribers. But yeah, more likes, more better. Helps us out a ton. Us, as in me. It helps me out a ton. I just want to make vibe coding accessible for everyone. Like real vibe, like really real vibe coding. All right, so we got this. We can go to Roxis, log in. So we're in here. Let's delete this webhook. Let's add repository. Let's add. Delete webhook. Delete webhook. JSON. But you may want to take a look at front-end designer one with simple prompts. Yeah, I probably will. Like, my front-end design is not good, obviously, right now. So I totally, once I get everything functional, I will definitely look at front-end design. Oh fuck yes, let's go. Successful webhook delivery. Let's go. Few webhook deliveries. Oh. We gotta... Okay, make a test change to the PR. Oh, but I wonder if it's going to tear this down when it redeploys. Maybe we're getting too fancy. We're getting too cute. Oh, recent commits. There we go. Test deployment trigger for webhook fix. SHA 40. Okay, cool. Yes. SHA there. Yes, that's the same. Yes. All right. We got the first part working. Like we've got GitHub connectivity working a little bit here. So that's awesome. Dubs in the chat. Let's go. We did a thing. Not the whole thing, but we delivered this webhook. Yep. Recent commits. I'll take that. That's a win. You know what I'll also take is I'll take an email address for my newsletter. Sign up, hit subscribe. I'll hit like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Sign up for the newsletter. I write it on Fridays. It comes out on the weekends. What am I building? I'm building a Git to an automated like social media content generator based off of Git. So like we're going to be vibe coding a bunch. We're going to be creating a bunch of code. And we need to kind of like start marketing ourselves over time. Roxis. Yeah, the app Roxis is, we're going to take Git commits and changes, and we're going to pipe them to OpenAI. OpenAI is going to like describe the changes and like kind of talk about how great it is, give us the text and an image, eventually an image, give us the text, and we'll post it to social media. So it kind of gives us more of a does more marketing for us automatically as we're building our products. So, yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at, what I'm doing. We got the first part down with the GitHub kind of webhook integration here, and we'll kind of keep hammering on it next stream. So, yep. Thanks all. Please like it. Please comment. If you're on replay, please comment. If you're watching this later, please comment. Tell me what you think. And marketing copy from Git changelog. Yes, exactly. Yep. We'll make it better with LLMs and stuff. So, anyways, cool. Thanks all. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out, and I will talk to you guys later.